Here we are in the year 2020. Here we are in the month of February. And here we are in another Black History Month. Now, some people may ask, why do we celebrate Black History Month? What's going to be enough to make you guys happy? Let me tell you why we celebrate Black History Month. Because history, our Black history, is still being made every day. See, our history started on those plantations back in the day. An act that was so vile, so vulgar, so volatile that no other act of humanity has been known to compare to the act known as slavery. But see, on those fields, see, our great-great-grandfathers and our great-great-grandmothers started to hum. Wade in the water, children, wade in the water. And see, from those songs, we have genres of music today such as gospel, jazz, R&B. So see, even on those plantations, history, Black history, was being made. See, African Americans, we had to make nothing and turn it into something. And on those fields, we were given pigs, parts of the pig that were discarded, that no human being should eat. They were given to us. But we were still taking that part of the pig that nobody wanted and making Black history. See, we turned that into food, chitlins, collard greens, ham hocks, neck bones, all came from parts of the pig that nobody wanted to eat back in the day. Making Black history by turning nothing into something. Now, some African Americans died chasing freedom. Some African Americans stuck it out until we were given our freedom. But there is no group, no demographic that has fought as hard as African Americans just to be accepted in this country. Now, a group of African Americans that are near and dear to my heart are African American veterans. The Tuskegee Airmen, the Buffalo Soldiers, who made it possible for Black veterans like me today to fight on the front lines in this country and earn this Purple Heart. You see, these soldiers, they marched on the ground and they flew in the sky and fought for a country who at the time didn't, and to this day still doesn't, fight for them. And as we did that, we made history, Black history, along the way. Now, in the year 2020, the United States Navy has named its first aircraft carrier after an African American. Doris Miller, who during the attack at Pearl Harbor fought for his country with all his might. During this attack, he got on the 50 cal and he held down that butterfly trigger and he fought with all his might to defend his country, earning the Navy Cross along the way. Something that was unheard of at the time for an African American. Making history, Black history. Now, in the year 2020, we're going to have another Olympic Games. Black athletes hold a very special place in history. From Jesse Owens, who during the 1936 Olympic Games in Berlin ran and jumped his way into the history books, showing Adolf Hitler and the rest of the world that the Black athlete can be just as great as everyone else. Jackie Robinson, who broke the color line in baseball, and in his rookie year won Rookie of the Year. in the National Baseball League. Going to show once again that if just given the chance, African Americans can be just as great as everyone else. Now this year in 2020, we're going to be celebrating another Olympic Games. And we'll celebrate black athletes such as Simone Biles, Serena Williams, Justin Burroughs. Also, in 2020, we lost a great black athlete, a two-time Olympian, a two-time gold medalist, a five-time NBA champion, and a worldwide icon, something that is unheard of for a black man. And that man was Kobe Bryant. Rest in peace to Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gigi. Now, I said this earlier, but once again, people may ask, why do you celebrate Black History? Why do we celebrate Black History every February? When are we going to celebrate our history? Let me tell you why. It's because history, our black history, is still being made every day. See, the most powerful position in the world, some would say, is President of the United States. And in 2008, we made history, black history, by selecting the first African American president, President Barack Obama. This was my first time voting. And what I felt at that time could not be put into words. To go from a people who years and years, hundreds of years ago, weren't even considered an entire person, to having a black man be the most powerful person in the world. There's nothing like it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I can go on and on and on about black history. But the truth is, we celebrate it in the year 2020 like we do because before, we weren't given a chance to achieve what the rest of the world achieved. So that's why you hear about us celebrating the first black president, the first black astronaut, the first black college graduate, the first black this, the first black that. It's because we didn't have the chance to be these things before. So that head start that the rest of the world had on us is closing. In this race called life, African Americans, we're at an arm's grasp of those who had a head start on us, and we're catching up. So you want to know why we celebrate black history the way we do? Simple. It's because black history is still being made.